The brutal truth that will set you free. Stop waiting. Stop hoping. Stop fantasizing about someone showing up at the perfect moment to rescue you, because no one is coming. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever. And that is the greatest gift life could ever hand you right now. You are living in one of two realities. You are either the master of your destiny or the slave of your excuses. There is no middle ground. And I promise you this, until you look yourself in the mirror and accept one hard, painful truth, nothing in your life will change. Here's that truth. You are entirely responsible for everything that happens to you. Now I know that sounds harsh, and maybe you're already thinking of every reason why your life is the way it is. Maybe you're thinking about your childhood, your environment, your family, the system, or 1,000 other things that seem outside of your control. But listen carefully. As long as you keep pointing outward, you are giving away your power. You are handing over your future to forces you cannot control, and that is the definition of being powerless. But this this message is not about being powerless. This is about taking control, absolute control of your life, your habits, your mindset, your decisions, your future. In the next few minutes, and only if you stay with me, I will show you the raw formula that separates the successful few from the struggling masses. I will walk you through the mental discipline, the personal responsibility, and the inner force of will that turns ordinary men into powerful creators of their own destinies. And you'll discover the one shift, the one decision, that can separate your life from what it is, to what you know it could be. But be warned, this message isn't comfortable. It's not soft. It doesn't care about your feelings. It is not designed to make you feel good, it's designed to make you wake up. You see, there are two types of people in the world: the ones who wait for someone to change their lives, and the ones who change their own. If you're ready to step out of the illusion, if you're ready to grab hold of your purpose with both hands and never let go, then keep listening, because I'm going to show you, step by step, how to develop iron self-discipline, take complete ownership of your results, eliminate every excusable, unstoppable personal momentum, and reprogram your identity into one of power, control, and achievement. By the end of this message, you will no longer be a prisoner of circumstance. You will be a creator of circumstance. And when that moment comes, when you finally realize the key to the cage has been in your hand all along, you will never again wait for anyone to save you. Because you won't need saving. You will be your own rescuer, your own builder, your own warrior. Now let's begin. Step 1. Accept that you are the cause, not the effect. Look around you. Look at your life, your bank account, your health, your relationships, your routines, your daily habits. Everything you see is a direct reflection of the choices you've made, consciously or unconsciously. And until you accept this truth, you will continue to live like a leaf in the wind, blown around by every storm and circumstance that appears. But the moment you accept that you are the cause, not the effect, you ignite the power of change. That is the first step to complete transformation. You must stop blaming, stop complaining, and stop waiting. No one owes you anything. Not life, not luck, not the government, not your parents, not your partner, not your past. You are not entitled to success. You are not entitled to comfort. You are not entitled to happiness. What you are entitled to is the opportunity to claim your power, to develop self-discipline, and to live the life that only you can build. But that begins with total personal responsibility. Let me be absolutely clear, the most dangerous belief you can carry is the belief that your circumstances determine your future. They don't. Your mindset does. Your choices do. Your standards do. You must draw a line in the sand today and say to yourself, I am responsible for everything I am and everything I will become. Not partly, not a little, totally. That is the mindset of champions. That is the foundation of Napoleon Hill's self-help. That is the secret known by every high achiever, every world-class performer, every true success story you've ever heard. They all reached a point where they stopped waiting and started building. And you must do the same. Step 2. Destroy the myth of motivation. You don't need motivation. You don't need inspiration. You don't need a perfect morning. You need one thing: discipline. Let me say that again so it sinks in. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. And discipline does not rely on emotion. It does not care how you feel. The most successful people in the world don't wake up excited every day. They don't always feel like working. They don't always enjoy the grind, but they do it anyway, because they are driven by something deeper than emotion. They are driven by purpose. They know that feelings are temporary, but outcomes are permanent. So you have to make a choice. Will you be a servant to your feelings, or will you rise above them, guided by your vision and discipline? This is where your power lives, in the ability to act regardless of emotion, to move forward despite resistance, and to build the life you want, even when everything in you wants to stop. And I'll tell you a secret: the more you act from discipline, the less you will need motivation. Because action creates progress. And progress creates power. That's the path of the motivational speaker you are becoming. That's the inner voice you must strengthen. The one that whispers, get up, move. Now, step 3. Your daily habits are the blueprint of your future you. Don't become great in a moment. You become great in the small, invisible hours that no one sees. The early mornings, the late nights, the disciplined decisions, when no one is watching, that's where greatness is built. Every day, you are either building your dream or burying it. If you check your phone first thing in the morning, if you scroll for hours, if you procrastinate, if you lie to yourself with "I'll start tomorrow," then you are living in reverse. You're pushing your destiny further and further away. But if you rise with purpose, if you push yourself when no one's pushing you, if you keep your promises to yourself, then you are becoming unshakable. Let me ask you something. What would happen if, for just 90 days, you fully committed to your highest self? What if, for the next 3 months, you woke up early, ate with intention, trained your body, learned new skills, executed your goals? What would your life look like? You'd be a different person. That's not speculation. That's fact. Because the difference between where you are now and where you want to be is found in the small decisions you make each day. And if those decisions are not aligned with your vision, then you are not just delaying success, you are rejecting it. Discipline is your key, and routine is your weapon. Let me know if you'd like me to continue with the next part, where we'll go deeper into building unstoppable mental toughness, destroying your excuses, and awakening the millionaire within. Step 4. Build mental toughness like steel. The world is not soft, life is not fair. Success does not care about your excuses, your feelings, or your pain. It only cares about one thing: did you do the work? That's why mental toughness is not optional. It is a requirement. Every adversity you face, every hardship you endure, is not there to break you. It is there to forge you, to strengthen the iron of your will, to test whether you truly want what you claim to desire. If your dreams crumble at the first sign of pressure, if your goals vanish the moment things get hard, then you never had a dream, you had a fantasy. Mental toughness means you keep going when your body wants to quit. It means you move forward when everyone else falls back. It means you don't collapse under pressure, you thrive in it. That kind of strength doesn't come from comfort. It comes from hardship, repetition, and the fire of self-discipline. Means telling yourself, I will not break, I will not stop, I will not fail. It means saying no to temptations that offer ease and yes to decisions that forge character. You are not a victim, you are a creator, you are a builder, you are a warrior, and warriors do not wish for lighter burdens, they train for stronger backs. Step 5. Kill every excuse before it kills your dream. Excuses are lies. Elegant, convincing lies. And they are the language of the weak. Listen carefully. Every time you say I can't, every time you say it's not the right time, every time you say I'm too tired, I'm too busy, I don't know how, you are placing chains on your potential. You are feeding a story that steals your future. And make no mistake, excuses are stories. Stories you tell yourself to protect your comfort. Stories you repeat to justify your delay. Stories you believe to avoid the responsibility of taking action. But I ask you, how long will you believe them? How many more years will you wait? How many more days will you throw away, telling yourself the same lie? Here is the truth. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is the excuse standing in the middle. So kill it. Replace I can't with I will figure it out. Replace I don't have time with I will make time. Replace I'm not ready with I will get ready through action. There is no hero coming, no savior, no magical hand that will pull you up. You are the hand. You are the rescuer. You are the one who saves you. And that begins when you bury every excuse and build a new code, a warrior's code, where action trumps fear and commitment defeats comfort. Step 6. Forge the identity of a self-made warrior. Nothing changes until you change who you believe you are, not what you want, not what you say, who you believe you are. If you see yourself as a struggler, you will struggle. If you see yourself as a procrastinator, you will delay. If you see yourself as a failure, your actions will match. But if you change your identity, everything else follows. You must begin to see yourself, not as the man you were, but as the man you are becoming. You must say, I am a man of power, I am a man of discipline, I am a man of vision and responsibility. Because the actions of a weak man and the actions of a warrior do not come from the same identity. A weak man waits, a warrior acts, a weak man complains, a warrior adapts, a weak man looks for help, a warrior builds the strength to help himself. You must reprogram the identity that drives every decision you make. That is the ultimate Napoleon Hill self-help strategy, to build from the inside out. No more calling yourself broken, no more telling yourself you're unlucky, no more saying, I'm trying. You are no longer a man who tries. You are a man who executes. You are not a man who waits. You are a man who creates. This is how legends are made, not by waiting for life to change, but by becoming the kind of man who cannot be denied. Step 7. Your environment will build you or break you. You cannot soar like an eagle if you surround yourself with chickens. Your environment either fuels your growth or feeds your destruction. There is no neutrality. Who are you spending your time with? What are you allowing into your mind? What voices are you listening to? What beliefs are being echoed in your ear every single day? If you are surrounded by negativity, doubt, laziness, mediocrity, then you are planting weeds in your garden. But if you surround yourself with hunger, ambition, power, discipline, then you are fertilizing the soil of your greatness. Sometimes, taking control of your life means cutting ties with people who are not growing. It means turning off the noise. It means reading books that elevate your mind. It means listening to voices that push you to rise. Voices like this one. Voices that challenge you. Voices that demand your best. You need to audit your environment like your life depends on it. Because it does. If your mind is your battlefield, then your environment is your armor. Choose wisely, or suffer silently. Step 8. Build a system that dominates your day. Success is not an accident. It is engineered. It is built with systems. It is forged in routine. If your life feels chaotic, if your goals feel distant, if your days feel wasted, it's not because you're broken. It's because you have no system. Let me ask you, when you wake up, do you know exactly what your day looks like? Do you have a structure, a sequence, a code of behavior that sets your mind, body, and purpose on fire the moment your feet hit the ground? Because successful people don't just wing it. They don't hope their day turns out well. They don't wait and see. They execute by design. You need to establish a morning routine that eliminates weakness before it starts. You need a schedule that blocks out distractions before they even show up. You need a personal system that turns action into an automatic habit. This is self-discipline on a strategic level. Wake up before the world distracts you. Move your body before your energy drops. Silence your mind before the noise of others invades it. Plan your day before the day takes control of you. Because if you don't own your day, someone else will. Your system should make your success inevitable. It should be so tight, so locked in, so rooted in habit, that falling off track becomes harder than staying on it. That's how you dominate. Step 9. Eliminate everything that doesn't move you forward. You will never rise while carrying dead weight. Distraction is the silent killer of dreams. It's not always loud. It doesn't always shout. Sometimes, it whispers. Just 5 more minutes. Just one more scroll. You've worked hard. You deserve a break. And before you know it, your day is gone. You're tired, but you didn't build anything. You're busy, but you didn't advance. You moved, but you didn't progress. That's what distraction does. It steals your energy, your clarity, your fire, without you even noticing. You must treat your attention like gold. Block out anything that does not serve your mission. Limit your exposure to toxic people. Say no to things that feel good but lead nowhere. Cut entertainment that dulls your ambition. Silence noise that weakens your resolve. Time is your greatest asset. Attention is your greatest currency. Distraction is your greatest thief. This is the battlefield. You must guard your mind like your life depends on it, because it does. Step 10. Execute like a machine. No emotion, just action. You must become relentless. Not emotional, not dramatic, not flaky. Relentless. That means when you say you're going to do something, you do it. No matter how you feel, no matter what's happening, no matter who doubts you, no matter how tired you are. You become the type of person who executes on command. That is what separates the elite from the average. It's not talent. It's not genius. It's not luck. It's execution. Winners do the work. They don't wait for the mood. They don't rely on the weather. They don't care about motivation. They show up and they handle business. Because they understand this core principle: emotion is irrelevant. Action is everything. You must rewire your mind to act like a machine when it comes to your goals. Don't think, move. Don't doubt, decide. Don't hesitate, hit execute. This is how momentum is built. This is how power is claimed. This is how legacies are written. By men who act while everyone else watches. Step 11. Make pain your servant, not your master. Most people run from pain. They avoid discomfort. They fear rejection. They hide from failure. And because of this, they stay small. But I will tell you a truth that few understand. Pain is your greatest teacher. Discomfort is your greatest tool. Adversity is your greatest ally. Pain shows you where you are weak. It reveals the parts of you that must evolve. It exposes your limitations so you can eliminate them. You must stop fearing pain and start using it. When it hurts, lean in. When it's uncomfortable, push harder. When it burns, go deeper. Because pain is not the enemy. Weakness is, excuses are, avoidance is. Pain is the path. It will sculpt you, shape you, and strip away everything false until only power remains. Step 12. Refuse to be average, no matter the cost. The world is full of average men. Men who settle. Men who blend in. Men who choose comfort over greatness, validation over growth, and routine over revolution. But you are not like them, because you wouldn't be here, listening to these words, if something inside you wasn't burning. A desire for more. A need for truth. A voice screaming from deep within that says, I was born for something greater. That voice is real. That voice is you. The real you, buried beneath layers of fear and doubt and delay. And now it's time to unleash him. You must refuse to be average. In every way, refuse average effort, refuse average thoughts, refuse average thoughts, refuse average income, refuse average relationships, refuse average health, refuse average discipline, refuse average responsibility, refuse average belief. You are not here to live someone else's version of life. You are here to take control, to write your own script and set your own fire. But you must pay the price. Every day. In sweat, in focus, in sacrifice. And when it gets hard, you lean in. Because that is the cost of becoming exceptional. Would you like me to proceed with the final section, approximately 1,500 to 2,000 words, where we bring the full message together, wrapping it in a powerful, unforgettable conclusion? You already have the power. Now use it. Let me tell you something the world won't. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not destined to stay small. You are powerful beyond measure, but only if you decide to act like it. The chains you feel, you forged them. The walls you see, you built them. The limits you believe, you imagined them. And the keys to your freedom, you've been holding them this entire time. You don't need a new guru. You don't need a new course. You don't need permission. You need to act. Everything you want is on the other side of one decision. I will no longer tolerate the man I've been. The second you say that and mean it, you become dangerous. Because now the world can't control you. Now fear can't freeze you. Now excuses can't hold you. Now weakness can't stop you. You have become your own force, your own standard, your own rescue mission. And from this moment forward, every step you take, every word you speak, every choice you make must align with the identity of the man you are now claiming to be. Daily questions for the man who refuses to be safe. What I want you to ask yourself every morning from now on, not once, every single day. Who am I becoming today? Am I acting in alignment with my highest self, or falling back into who I used to be? What am I avoiding that I must face? Because discomfort avoided is power denied. Is my schedule built around discipline or distraction? Be ruthless. If it doesn't grow you, cut it. Am I blaming or building? You cannot do both. You must choose. Did I conquer the inner war or surrender to weakness? Because every day, there is a battle inside you, and only one side wins. Let these questions become your code, your compass, your creed. Live by them, or fall like the rest. This is your wake-up call, and your last excuse. There will never be a perfect time. Life will never hand you a golden moment. No one will ever show up to pull you out. No one is coming to save you, so you must save yourself. You must become the man who makes war on mediocrity, the man who builds structure in a world full of chaos, the man who gets up when others sleep, works when others waste time, and chooses growth when others choose escape. That man is you, if you decide he is. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Stop playing small. Stop living like your life doesn't matter. Stop delaying the man you were born to become, because if you die without ever knowing what you could have built, what you could have conquered, who you could have become, then what was it all for? But if you rise, if you step forward in full ownership, if you take command of your mind, your body, your time, your habits, your direction, then you become unbreakable. You become unstoppable. You become the living embodiment of power, purpose, and principle. That is the path of real self-discipline. That is the path of personal responsibility. That is the essence of Napoleon Hill's self-help. That is the voice of the true motivational speaker inside you, awakened and unleashed. Burn the bridge. Take the throne. This is it. This is your line in the sand. After today, there is no going back. No going back to excuses. No going back to waiting. No going back to weakness. You either rise, or you rot. You either step forward into the fire of your destiny, or you shrink back into the shadows of regret. You either become the man you were born to be, or you die unfinished, buried in the graveyard of potential with the rest of them. Because make no mistake, the world does not reward the hesitant. It does not crown the comfortable. It does not remember the watchers, the wishers, the waiters. The world belongs to the man who takes it. So if there's any part of you still looking for someone to save you, any part still waiting for a sign, still hoping for a shortcut, kill it. Right here, right now. That part of you is your enemy. And this is a war for your life. You have one shot, one life, one chance. Burn the bridge to who you were. Set fire to the fears that held you back. Rip the comfort from your bones. And build a new man from the ashes. Because the future doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to the disciplined, to the driven, to the self-led, to the man who says, if no one is coming to save me, then I'll save myself. And I'll become so strong, so focused, so powerful, that I'll never need saving again. Now, stand up, shoulders back, eyes forward, jaw clenched, mind sharp, and walk into your life like a man on a mission, because that's exactly what you are. This is your time. This is your fire. This is your rise. Take control now. Or be controlled. Forever.